Hey everybody, Shane Severson here at Legacy Realty. It is Tuesday, so I'm coming to you with this week's Tips Tuesday. And I have, because it's buyer season, I've had multiple conversations with investors. So I want to talk to our investors this week. I don't specialize with investors very often. So I just want to talk to our investors out there. We talk all the time here at Legacy Realty about how great of an investment it is to be in real estate. I think it's the best investment you can be in. And so I've had multiple conversations with investors about why buy in Denver, as expensive as it is, when I can go to another city and buy much cheaper. And honestly, even the rents are even better. Why would I do that? So I just broke down a couple scenarios that I ran the other day and thought I would share those with you just as an example. If you're looking to buy a property, where should you buy? And we're strictly talking investment. And I would start off by saying it depends on what you as an investor are looking for. If you're just looking for cash flow and you need cash flow, then I would say you're probably right. It probably makes more sense to go to another city unless you can't manage a property properly, and then it probably doesn't make sense. But I took two scenarios. I took a home in Kansas City, Kansas, and I took a home in Denver. These are pretty similar homes. I tried to find a home that would make for a good rental in both cities, and did a little research on appreciation, did all of that. And in investing, there are four categories: depreciation, there's different sections that you're looking at for an investment. I'm going to just take two of those that mean the most for our conversation today to keep it a little shorter. In Kansas City, the house that I found was $160,000. You heard me right, 160. Many of you could sell your house in Denver free and clear, go buy a house in Kansas City and many cities in our nation. But that's the price we're dealing with, $160,000 in Kansas City. The down payment, I ran it off at 25%. That's about the best investment loan that you can get, 25% down. So $160,000, you need $40,000 roughly to buy that home. In Denver, a similar home would be about $450,000. I know some of you were saying, where can you find a house for $450,000? Well, to buy a rental, you don't want to buy a $700,000-$800,000 home. Normally, you're buying in that little below average. And so the same home in Denver is about $450,000. So you need $120,000 invested. So that could be the problem. Number one, I don't have $125,000. So I have to go somewhere, and that could make sense for you. Give me a call. We have agents that we partner with all over the nation, can plug you in to just about any city to buy a house and get you partnered with a really good agent there, and that may make sense. But here are the numbers that I want to really hit on, and it depends on, do you want to make money over the long haul, or do you want to make just cash flow over the short term? And some people are saying, well, I want both. And obviously we all do, but those are very different numbers. And I think they're different investors looking for different kinds of things. That's a whole nother conversation that if you want to know why, reach out, we can have that conversation. But in Kansas City, the cash flow, that house rented for $1,609. The house in Denver rents for $2,671. So $1,609 compared to $2,671. The cash flow in Kansas City is a 26.6% return on your investment, as opposed to here, your return is about 10.3. So quite a bit different. So, but here's the deal. You're making $11,000 cash flow on both. It just takes you a lot more money in Denver to make that cash flow because it's so expensive. So that is one thing. If you're looking for cash flow, going to a cheaper market a lot of times makes sense if you just want cash flow. But here's the deal, and here's why I like Denver. If you're looking at retirement in the next couple of years, this concept may not work. But if you're younger, getting started, if you're in your even up to 40s, 50, I believe that appreciation is what I look for in investing, and Denver is that city. So the appreciation return in Kansas City is 11.6, and the appreciation in Denver, that's return on money, that's not the appreciation percentage, but your return on investment is 11.6 for the appreciation, which gets you $4,800 a year return. Remember that, $4,800 a year in return in a smaller market. In Denver, the appreciation return is 27.6%, which makes you $31,000. So my question is, if you have the money, do you want to make $5,000 or do you want to make $30,000? And to me, if I've got 5 years to invest, you got 25 grand over 5 years, or you have $150,000 return. Take that times 10 if you have 10 years. Do you want $50,000 after 10 years, or do you want $300,000 in the next 10 years? That's why I think Denver is the market to invest. And if you are looking to make huge returns and build your retirement, give me a call. We'll help you do it. God bless. I hope that helps. Share it to some of your investor friends and have them reach out. I'd love to have a good discussion with anybody with questions. God bless. We'll see you next week.